Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from all over this planet. Thank all of you every night for tuning in, and this time to my 3092nd edition of Short-Term Trading live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, exciting stuff going on out there. Please know that this is a very risky game. We took a trade on Monday, stopped out. We took 2 trades on Tuesday. One stopped out, one made money. This has been a nightmare this week. Very risky. Be careful. Get your stops in first before you get into one of these positions in case it just keeps going. At least you've been knocked out. Stops in first. Let's get going. What is on the board for trading June 24th, which is a Wednesday, 2026? Traders, do not fall in love with the downside. It's been on my board for 2 months now, right? Number 1 on the board, you know what it says? Do not fall in love with the downside. That is correct. Do not fall in love with the downside. Did you hear that, people? I don't care what's going on out there. Do not fall in love with the downside. Give it a little peck on the cheek, date it for tonight and tomorrow, and send it packing, okay? And you'll see why in the charts. Number 2 on the board. Even the S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, not looking happy with a red Omni. But once again, I'm going to tell you, do not fall in love with the downside. Do not fall in love with the downside. Have you heard this yet? Make sure you're paying attention. Number 3 on the board. Let's talk about commodity inflation. Let's talk about inflation in general. What creates inflation? The price of something on the shelf goes up. What makes the price of something on the shelf go up? The raw materials needed to build the product that goes on the shelf. If they go up in price, the product goes up in price. If raw materials can come down in price, do you know what happens to a product? I don't care if people are trying to be greedy. Someone else will sell it cheaper. The product will start to drop as well. That is happening right before your eyes. And this is not about whether or not you like or dislike whoever's running the country. That's got zero to do with whether the market goes up or down. Because if you decide you like or dislike whoever's running the country, you've made a decision to like or dislike that person. And it's got nothing to do with whether or not the markets will go up or down. But too many people associate the two things together. I don't like the president, market's going to go down. The two things mean nothing together, right? It's just your opinion. So try to push that away and just look at what's going on. And here's why. I've seen a lot of presidents since I've been doing this since I'm a kid. And you know what I have never seen once? I've never seen a president where 100% of the people like him. It's always 50-50. It's always going to be this way, right? But, well, I don't know about always, but it's been my whole life. Now, has that ever stopped an economic cycle from doing what it's going to do up or down because people like or dislike or voted or didn't vote for a guy? No, it's got nothing to do with it. Get your minds out of this, people. I know so many people that are trying to associate what they think about the government with where the markets are going to go. And I promise you, that's a crazy notion. It doesn't matter if you like or dislike the president or the vice president or your mother. It's got nothing to do with which way the markets are going to go. So please pay attention to the stuff that works. You know what that is? Crude oil, inflation, T-bonds. These are the things that make our markets go up or down, not rhetoric. So pay attention. Let's talk about commodity inflation. There's nothing left now that I can show you except for copper. That's a holdout, and even copper is starting to come down a little, so we might be able to wipe that one off. That means there are no holdouts left when you look at the raw material commodities that are needed to create products. They're all coming down in price. That, my friends, is deflation. You can call it anything you want. It is deflation. You can argue that point, but when you see the charts, it is deflation. That's going to help us in the end. You'll see. So, we're going to talk about commodity inflation. Will it last? I'm going to show you the charts. We're going to talk about why even the S&P, Russell, and NASDAQ do not look happy, and why we should not fall in love with the downside. Remember that for the chart segment. Remember that for trading tomorrow and the next few days. Then we've got the Omni Phoenix, baby. How about this token? All-time new highs over the weekend for Father's Day. Thank you, OmniX around the world. Now, I have instituted going live every day, live streaming, and now we're doing it on Twitter. We're doing live streaming on YouTube, live streaming in my chat room, live streaming on TikTok. We're going to be adding Facebook in this week, live streaming in Pump.fun, all at the same time. Plus, I'm doing live AMAs, Ask Me Anything, and I'm hiring influencers. Why? Because we want the world to know about this Omni, and it's just going to keep on going up. The more Omniacs in the world that join the Omni revolution, if you will, that become part of the Omniac army, the stronger we become. The more trading we do in the fiat markets, the stronger our currency becomes. The whole thing works, and I'm working very hard to help all of you. I sent out an email to a bunch of my traders today. Please respond to that email and make sure you're paying attention to the emails as they come out. Love you guys for what you're doing. Go Omni Trading Token. Love the fact that made new highs on Father's Day. And a thank you to my family. What a great Father's Day. They took me to a pool party. They took me to an escape room where we had a blast. Then we went to another pool party. We went out for dinner. That was on Saturday. Sunday, we went to a party. We went out for dinner. We did all kinds of stuff this weekend. It was fantastic. Thank you to my family. And they bought me a bunch of presents. God love you guys. Appreciate that. So, back to work. We're not falling in love with the downside. Even the S&P, Russell, NASDAQ not looking happy, but maybe just for a day we'll let this play out. Commodity inflation, I will prove to you that that's dropping. That's going to help dramatically. And the Omni Phoenix looks great. I'm going to show you charts on that now. I think you're going to love those charts. Please remember this. If you are in the Omni Phoenix token, if sellers come in and buy them from them. Do you know why? You can't short our token. You can sell out if you own tokens, and we'll come in and buy them from you. If you don't want to take the ride up to 10, 15 million with us, you don't have to. But if you'd like to take the ride, Omniacs unite, baby. You see any sellers come in, take their coins from them, I'll do the same. Slowly, organically, we will take this higher. All right, so Mikey, my son, he's doing a great job. He's calling Omniacs all over the world, offering courtesy calls. He's calling just to see if he can help you guys out. He's calling just because I want him to reach out to every Omniac that's ever joined the site. And he's not calling to sell you anything. And he's a really great kid, Mikey. Please answer your phones. You know, a lot of people see the phone, they don't know the number, they won't answer it. You see a phone from Las Vegas, 702, answer the phone. It's Mikey calling you, and I promise he won't try to sell you anything, but he's a great kid and he will help you. Love you, Mikey. Thank you for everything you're doing. Answer the phone, speak to Mikey, all right? Good kid. All right, so we know what's on the board. We know what we're going to look at. We're going to go look at charts in a moment, and then before we look at charts, we must do this. We've got a mantra. Some of you know it by now. I'm sure most of you know it by now. And you're going to say it with me so it sticks in your head. And then we're going to go look at some great charts. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stops are in. Emotions are rock and roll traders. Thank you for everything you do. And Yaya, I promise, sweetheart, I will get back to you this week and we'll do another AMA. Thank you so much for everything you do at Diamond Radio. We love you, sweetheart. All right, traders, now let's go look at some charts. Traders, just to inform you, the name of this video is going to be Do Not Fall in Love with the Downside. You keep that in mind, okay, people? All right, we're looking at E-mini S&P Daily Bar September. Omni's calling for a down day. You've had 2 in a row so far. Now you're below this average. Maybe Omni's going to be right. We're going to get a down day. But remember, we're not going to fall in love with the downside. We're going to be quick to take our profits and sidestep. Then you look at crude. All right, so why on earth would the S&P go down if crude is dropping this dramatically? And as you're going to see in a moment, so is inflation. It really shouldn't be going down. So I'm telling you right now, be very nimble in this market if you're going to get short tomorrow. Crude oil. Crude oil is looking fantastic for more downside. The 70-50 target remains valid. We already hit the 75 target. That was taken out. And the 70-50 target is valid, and we expect it to be seen. So we did the knock, knock, knock. How many times can you knock on this average till the door opens? And it finally opened, and that is helping big time alleviate the price of crude, which will help the stock market as time passes. Then you've got this. I showed this to you a couple days ago. I've shown it to you many, 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 many times over the years. This is the crude oil chart that will basically show you when the market starts to wreak havoc, when crude starts to wreak havoc on the stock market. It gets above this zone, it starts to wreak havoc on the stock market. Gets back below this zone, and it actually starts to give relief to the stock market. We're just getting below the zone now. If it continues further, you'll get relief in the stock market. Love the fact that crude is breaking through this area. It's a very important area, and we call it the equilibrium zone. Next, you've got inflation. Look at inflation. Every time I show you this chart, there's another bar pointing towards the downside, and I'm showing you again tonight. Inflation dropping. Commodity inflation dropping. These are the prices collectively of raw materials. If collectively the price of raw materials are dropping, I promise you eventually prices on the shelf drop as well. We have competition in this country. It is called find a need and fill it. If you're not going to fill that need, I will. If you're not going to sell it cheaper, I will. It's how we do business in this country. If you can get your raw materials cheaper, you'll lower the price of your product. That is helping. Eventually, it's going to push the stock market higher. Now, what's causing all the commodities to come down? Look at this mighty dollar, the almighty US dollar. Look at it go. Now it's above this channel and running. Strong dollar doesn't hurt America. We love a strong dollar. Too strong's another story, but it's not too strong at 101, right? It should be worth par, $1 to begin with. At 101, it's no big deal. It's a great place to be. So don't be afraid of the dollar moving up. It helps commodities go down. It'll help our stock market. It'll help to alleviate some of the inflation. Silver. All right, so some of the markets that we do use to create products, we're going to go through a few of them just to show you. Look at how ugly silver looks. Head and Shoulders dropping. Omni is red. Silver looks ugly for tonight. Silver's looked ugly all along. You've heard me say this many times in the last few weeks. Gold. As ugly, if not worse. Look at how ugly gold looks, and it just keeps going with a red Omni for trading on Thursdays. Tomorrow, Thursday, Wednesday, for trading on Wednesday. Next, platinum. Look at this. I mean, look at platinum going into the dust. Another industrial metal. Palladium. Look at palladium. It's just falling apart. This is what I wanted to show you. Don't worry about inflation. It's going away. Copper was our only holdout. Not even crude was holding out anymore. Copper was our only holdout. Now, instead of the trend lines going in this direction, now they're starting to go in this direction. You see that? And even sharper now. Look at how sharp they're getting now. Now it's starting to point down. This is what we needed as well. Copper was one of the only holdouts that wasn't dropping in the inflation basket. Look at corn. Now we'll go over to some of the things that we eat. Look at the price of corn and how far that's gone down. We use that for food all over the place, for our animals, for feed, for everything, right? That's going down. If it costs less to feed the animals, it costs less to sell the beef and the pork. Things are starting to come down. Look at soybeans. You know, soybean meal, that's used in plastics and tires and food. It's used in everything you can think of. Look at what's happening now. It's actually an industrial type of product. Look at wheat, the same thing, down, down, down. Look what happens when wheat gets below this average, by the way. It does not like to be below that average, huh? Boom, failure, right at it again. So another product moving down. Look at this, cotton. This isn't a heavily used industrial product. Look at cotton falling apart now. Tried to go up, couldn't do it, and it's heading down. So there's a lot of things heading down that's actually positive to send our markets back up. Now, we're day traders. We got a red arrow for trading on Wednesday, but that doesn't mean we're going to have one for Thursday. And then we've got this. Look at the Omni Phoenix, kids. Did I tell you? Look at this thing go. It is breaking out of channels. It's breaking out of flags. It just keeps moving higher. God bless all of you Omniacs out there that are helping this happen. Please go in and buy more. Buy it when you see a red bar. Go in and buy that up. I will do the same. You can buy the Omni Phoenix token at Coinbase, Phantom Wallet, Pump.fun, on most exchanges. OmniX is a world of us. There's an army of us getting into this cryptocurrency. I advise you to do the same. We're all in this protecting one another. It's going to organically, slowly move higher. We're going to get this to the $10, then $15 million point, and we want all of you to be in when it gets there. Get your Omni Phoenix token now. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.